Namaste, beautiful yogis. Today's class is going to be an intermediate vinyasa. The focus is on back bends and core work. Let's come to the front end of our mat. Feet are together or hip width apart. Let's open the palms of the hands forward. Drop the shoulder blades back into your back. Relax your shoulders. Spread open the space between your collarbones. And as you inhale, lift to the crown of your head. As you exhale, feel your feet sinking into your mat. Big breath in, lifting through the crown of the head, elongating the spine. Exhale, grounding through the feet. And let's lift the hands over the head, lifting through the fingertips and allowing the feet to sink even deeper into the ground. Press the palms of your hands together, arch slightly. Hands over the third eye, making a connection with your intuition. Over the lips, connection with your truth, and over the heart, connection with the soul. Big breath in, hands over the head, extending the tailbone down. And let's clasp the hands and reach over to your left side bend, planting both feet equally into your mat. Back to center, over to the opposite side. Inhale back up. And let's shift the weight onto the right leg and step your left leg as far back as you can, stepping into high lunge. Keeping the right knee over the right ankle. Extend the tailbone down, lift through the fingertips. Exhale, left hand on the floor, spin the right arm up, hands reaching away from each other. Keep your back heel straight up. Extend the right arm up and over your head, palm of the hand facing down to protect the shoulder. And hands on the floor, step your feet together, chair pose. Sit as far back as you can. Inhale, coming up to standing, hands over the third eye, hands over the heart. Big breath in, lift. Take the right leg all the way back. High lunge. Extend your tailbone down, press the back heel away from you. Nice deep inhalations. And let's bring the right hand on the floor. Open the left arm up towards the ceiling. Hands are reaching away from each other. Press the back heel away from you. Reach with your left arm up and over your head. Palm of the hand facing down. Relax your shoulder away from your ear. And let's bring both hands on the floor. Step your feet at the front of the mat, chair. Look down, make sure your knees are back. You can see your toes. Pull the belly in. Inhale, come up to standing arch. Tuck in the tailbone under. Hands over the heart. And let's take the left leg all the way back. Big step back, high lunge. Inhale your arms over your head. Sink a little deeper here in your lunge. Hands in prayer. Left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Keep opening the chest, lengthening through the crown of your head. Slowly come up, open the arms out, still facing to your right, keeping that twist. Walk your right hand down the left leg, lift through your left arm up, twisting here. And let's bring the left hand on the floor, stacking the feet on top of each other, side plank. Keep your belly in, inner thighs active. And let's take the right leg up. Step your right foot behind you while thing. Press your hips as high as you can, creating a lot of space and openness in the lower back. And either stay here or reach back and bending your right knee, grab your right ankle behind you. Tuck your tailbone under and feel this in your quadriceps, stretching the quadriceps. And release, star side plank. Hands on the floor, one-legged downward facing dog. And let's bring the right knee into the chest plank. Lift your knee as high as you can, pull your belly in. Inhale, back to downward facing dog, step your feet down. You can shake your head yes and no, softening, relaxing your neck. Take your left foot forward, high lunge, reaching over your head here. Extend your tailbone down. And let's bring the hands in prayer. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Open your chest. Press the back heel away from you. Exhale, twist a little deeper here. Inhale, coming up, open your arms out, keep that twist. Walk the left hand down the right leg. Reach with your right hand up and over your head. Keep looking over your left shoulder. And let's reach with the hands out. Bring the right hand on the floor. Stack the feet on top of each other, side plank. Right shoulder exactly over the right wrist. And let's lift the left leg up, star side plank, wild thing. Stepping the left foot behind you, press your hips high, open the chest. Breathe. The fingertips are active. Either stay in wild thing or you can reach behind you, bend your left knee, grab your ankle. And release your hands in downward facing dog. Bring your left knee between your elbows, plank. Inhale back into downward facing dog, step it down. And let's bring the shoulders over the wrists, plank. Pull the belly in. Press into your heels. Take the right leg up, left arm forward. Keep your hips level. Breathe. And we're gonna bring the hand behind the head and bring the left elbow into the right knee. 1, 2, reaching. 3, reach. 4, reaching. 5, reaching. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're working on true core stability here. And back into plank, over to the opposite side. Right arm, left leg. Find your stability, find your balance here. The fingertips are reaching away from your heel. Prepare for the crunches. 1, elbow to knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Good job. Coming back into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Back to chaturanga, exhale, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide open, shoulders away from the ears, wide back. You can walk in place here. You can swing your hips side to side. Inhale the right leg up, bend your knee, drop the right foot behind you. Step into wild thing one more time. Lifting the hips as high as we can. Either stay here one more time, reach back, keeping the wild thing, grab your foot behind you. And release. Back into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Take the left leg up. Left hip comes over the right hip. Bring your knee as high as you can, bending the knee. Drop the foot behind you, wild thing. Open the chest. Either stay here or reach back and see if you can grab your ankle. Lots of balancing today, stabilizing muscles. Great, release, plank, downward dog. Back into plank. And let's bring the knees to the elbows. This was just a demonstration, and let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back into downward facing dog. And here you can bring your knees on the floor, walk your hands in front of you, lower the chest, lower your heart towards the floor. Keep your hips over your knees. Exhale and soften your heart towards the floor furthermore. Slowly walk your hands back in, sit back, and go back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Step the right foot between your hands. High lunge, reaching over the head. Bending the left knee towards the floor. We're going to do small hops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Extending the tailbone down, keeping the knee over the ankle, and we're gonna here stand on the right leg. Come to the front of your mat, left foot into the inner thigh, tree pose. Bring your left arm up, left elbow by your ear, and grab your back. See if you can clasp your hands behind you here. Slowly transition into this modified warrior tree, bringing the leg behind you, left leg behind you, still clasping the hands behind your back if you can. And release the hands on the floor, standing half splits. Lift your left leg somewhere above you. Slowly keep your balance. Come up to standing onto your right leg and see if you can wrap your left leg around your right leg. Let's bring the left elbow underneath the right elbow, wrapping the hands around each other. Press your elbows up, freeing the back of your shoulders here. Sit back and unwrap. Come up to standing, hands over the heart. Take your right foot all the way back, high lunge. Hands over the head. Extend the tailbone down. Bend your right knee and hop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's step the right foot forward. Bring your foot into your left inner thigh. Opening the right knee out to the side and pressing it back. Squeeze that thigh into your foot and the foot back into the thigh. Extending the tailbone down. And let's lift right elbow by the right ear, left elbow by the rib cage, clasp behind. Bring your right knee forward and transition into warrior tree. Hips level with the ground. And you can bring your hands down on the floor, standing half splits. Lift your right leg up. Slowly coming up to standing on the left leg, wrapping the right leg around the left standing leg. Right arm forward, left up. Wrap your elbows and forearms around each other, sit back. Press your elbows up. Breathe into the back of your shoulders. Soften. Unwrapping, step down. Hands over the heart. Inhale, hands all the way over the head. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you. Hands on the floor, stepping back into plank. And let's bring the knees across now, knee to opposite elbow. 1, 2, alternating. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Back to Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Open the right knee all the way up, bending at the knee, flipping over into wild thing one more time. Either stay in wild thing or you can transition into full back bend wheel. And here take your right leg up, one-legged wheel pose. Step it back down and reverse the movement, coming back into one-legged downward facing dog. Bring your foot back down. Take your left leg up. Bend the left knee. Drop the back foot behind you. Wild thing. Transition into wheel pose on this side. Take the right leg up. And step it back down, coming back into one-legged downward facing dog. Walking in place here. Breathe into your hips, hamstrings, and come into plank. Let's bring the knees in the center, alternating 1, 2, 3, between the elbows 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back into downward facing dog. Here we're gonna bring the knees on the floor and come into a seated. Extend the legs in front of you. Straight back, inhale your hands over your head, exhale, forward bend. Flex your feet and pull the toes back in towards you. Inhale, come back up. And let's bring the hands behind us, fingers pointing at us. Lift your body up, contracting the entire back side of your body here. And release, lower down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Hands behind the head, extending the legs. Lower the right leg a few inches off the floor. Left leg up. Bring your hands over on the outside of your left knee. Squeeze your shoulder towards your knee. Lower both legs down. Bring your right leg up. Left shoulder on the outside of the right knee. Keep your chest open. Pull your belly in. Bring your legs together. Switch. Reach over to your left. Keep your belly in. Switching legs. Reaching over to your right. Lower back. Lift the left leg up. Reach over to your left. Lower legs. Lift the right one. Reaching to your right. Move slowly here, slow, precise movements. Legs together, lower them down. Keep your lower back on the floor. And here we're just gonna keep the knees at 90 degrees and lower them, touch the floor, come back up 10 times. Try to keep the 90-degree angle in your legs, in your knees. Keep your lower back onto the mat or on the floor. Glued onto your mat. Keep your elbows back. When you're done with your 10 reps, hug your knees into your chest, rest. When you do this type of movements, really try to press your belly in. Try not to allow your belly to pop out. And here we're gonna lower the legs down towards the floor, lift back up, lift your tailbone off the floor, just a slight lift, lifting the legs up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest. Happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of the feet here, pressing the knees by the rib cage down towards the floor, softening the lower back into the floor. And let's bring the soles of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. And hands behind the head. Let's bring the knees into the chest, switching. elbow to knee, opposite elbow to knee. Move slowly. Keep your chest open. Precise, slow bicycle. Instead of moving quickly through this exercise, we are paying attention to the details. Navasana. And let's come up to seated. Straighten your legs or keep them bent in front of you. Reach in front of you. Great. Release the right knee on the floor, left knee up. Seated twist. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Look behind you. Exhale. Switching sides. Left knee on the floor, right knee up. Left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale, soften your belly. Great. And we're gonna come out of this. Hug the knees into the chest. Lower down, come back up. Lower down, knees into the chest. Lower down, knees into the chest 10 times. Keep pressing the lower back into the floor when you lower down. And as you pull your knees in, straighten your lower back. Keep your chest open. And we're gonna go for 10 knee-ins. Hands behind you. Pull your knees in and really contract your belly. Squeezing the inner thighs towards each other here makes this exercise a little more complex. And release. Supine twist, right knee into the chest. Bring your right knee across from your body. Look over to your right. And switching sides, left knee across from the body. Look over to your left. And let's bring the soles of the feet together. Allow your shoulders to drop down on the floor. Make yourself comfortable. Either stay here in Supta Baddha Konasana or you can stay in Shavasana for a few moments, allowing yourself to be present, allowing your mind to be empty, allowing your breath to be free. Namaste.